Here we are at the Drag Cabaret evening. This evening was for charity, so tickets were sold and donations were welcomed to try and raise money for the TIE charity. So TIE stands for Time in Inclusive Education. They are a charity that helps support schools and other places with tackling transphobia, homophobia, biphobia, and raising more awareness of inclusive education. What we decided to do this time, I say we as if I had to do this, I had nothing to do this, but what we as a community decided to do this time and Stretch Summit decided to do this time was throw a drag evening where several prominent members of the Microsoft community all dressed up as drag kings or queens for charity. So there's quite a few notable faces in here that you may recognise. And they all plucked up the courage and did this for charity. So great charity and a great cause. This whole evening there was several professional drag artists on, again both drag kings and queens, who all gave up their time to come and support the charity and entertain everyone at Stretch Summit. So this is a great event. It was a nice way to blow off some steam after a day of conference talks and things like that. And it really did bring a lot of different people together. So there's lots of people that I spoke to who I've never met before, and vice versa. So really great evening, and I had lots of fun. So this was the highlight of the evening, although all the drag artists were fantastic. So this was quite fun to watch, and you can see everyone's taking pictures and recording. Here comes the famous Scott Duro, aka Pussy Glamour. So there's a lot of fun to be had this evening. After the sort of like introduction to them all, the drag artist or the drag compere for the evening. She was talking to them all, asking them questions, which was a lot of fun. And then at the end of the night, there was a crowning of the drag king or queen. Now, I'm not going to spoil who won. I'm just going to let the tape play for itself, and you guys can see who the winner is.
Do we have our rebits? Fantastic. Okay. Audience, can I have a drum roll, please? The winner of our lovely crown and the king or queen's cloak is Pussy Glamour! Congratulations, darling, you are our community drag winner. Well done, my love. Well done, you can come and take your crown. There we go. Oh, straight back on. And your lovely Queen's cloak, darling. You can wear that and maybe cover up your boobs. But thank you so much to our top three. You've all been fantastic. And one more time for our winner of the community drag competition, Pussy Glamour! Well done, darlings. You may take a seat. Thank you so much.
Hey, so we are back from the Cabaret Drag Night. That was exciting. Nothing I'd really seen before. The community drag kings and queens were really good. They really put their money where their mouth was, and stood up for charity. So it was really great. And yeah, it was all fun and games. And yeah, just got back to the hotel, and I think we're going to bed. So I will see you in the morning. Good morning. Day number 365. I've not seen another human being in hours, except when I met with my colleagues to start walking to the venue. Yeah, yesterday felt like 3 days in one. The cabaret, and the keynote and my session and stand, it just all felt like it was all merged to one, or 3 days instead of just 1 day. So this is the last day of the conference. I've got the stand, I've got one more session just before 10, and then we've got the prize giveaway and closing keynote. Pack down the stand, and then it is pub quiz time. I have a sparkly jacket. You're gonna love it. So yeah, so we're walking to the venue. It's about a 20-minute walk from the hotel. There are no taxis in Aberdeen. There's no Uber. There's no Lyft. There's no other ride-sharing thing insert here. If you want taxis, it's like an hour wait. Last night there was Les Miserables on the venue we were at. So you have half the people there for Les Mis, half people there for us for Stretch Summit. Well, not half the people. A couple hundred people for Stretch Summit there. Thousands of people for Les Mis. So getting taxis there or back was just an error. So we're walking, I mean, it's good exercise. I got to 6,000 steps before I even reached the venue yesterday, 7 AM, so 7:30, so it was all good, So I'm going to go catch up with my colleagues because they just decided to do a runner. My leg's not feeling that great today, so it's a bit sore, so I'm walking at my own pace. I might try and catch them. So we will see you when I'm going to do my talk. So I'm back at the stand. I didn't get a chance to record anything up into my session. We had a last minute change of room. We basically filled the room we were in, and the organisers came in and asked us to swap rooms so that we could have a bigger room, and then we filled that room as well. So we really filled it up. So swap rooms at the last minute, but the panel went really well. We had lots of great discussions about enterprise adoption of Power Platform and challenges businesses face and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it was fun. I'm pretty tired now because it's been a bit of a long day, but yeah, I am on the stand, trying to sort out a couple of bits for the last parts of the day, giving away the prizes at the end of the day and everything else. So yeah, we'll see you later. And we have the pub quiz tonight as well. So yeah. Hello, so we are now currently breaking down the booth, and I'm being super helpful and making a video about it, so it's good. It's the end of the day. We are heading to the closing keynote very soon. We'll be announcing our winners for our competition, and yeah, it's been a long day. Been a long 2 days or 3 days or however many days it's been, so yeah, it's all good. Yeah, hence the closing keynote, back to the hotel, and then back here for the pub quiz later on. So we are sat in the closing keynote, just about to begin. I'm here with my man Joe. How you doing, Joe?
Hey everyone, how you doing? How have you enjoyed the conference?
It's been good. I mean, I say often the Scottish Summit is like one of the highlights of the UK community calendar, and I think this event's really delivered quite well. That's just some other MVP who don't care about. Oh, no, this is MVP we do care about. Okay, hello. Yeah, Scottish Summit, amazing event, great people. Make sure you're here next time.
Next time. So, yeah, I think we're just about to get started. I wrote some prizes to give away, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
And I want to give a huge shout out to the organizers, along with the people who've been kind of wrangling all of us, Zoe and Maddie here in the front row, because they have done so much work to make sure we've had a beautiful experience. So thank you. This is the conference that I look forward to every 2 years that we have it, because I know that I'm not just going to be highly entertained, but I'm going to walk away with a bunch of insights on how to organize my own conferences better. I have a conference coming up in 4 weeks called Ignite, a little conference, 10,000 people in Chicago, 2 million on the live stream, so I'm that much nervous, but I've learned a lot about how to make it more inclusive and more fun for everyone. So thank you all, Scottish Summit Committee. This has been a beautiful experience.
The closing keynote was done by Donna Sarkar. She was going through a bunch of things, but one of the things that she was going through is how Copilot works, or the Copilot framework works. So there's a lot of misinformation out there about AI and how it uses data and everything else. The Microsoft Copilot framework is actually a methodology where it will use certain things and certain protective features to make sure things don't go along the nasty ways. And all of these different checks and balances is what Copilot does when you use Copilot. So Copilot being different from things like ChatGPT and other things. So Donna got a bunch of community members to pretend that they are certain parts of the Copilot framework, and then they had conversations and did different actions along the way. So this is a lot of fun, and it brings what is conventionally a bit of a boring topic on governance and security a bit more alive. So it's lots of fun to see this in action, and I do highly recommend checking out Donna Sarkar if you're ever at a conference where she's speaking. She's an incredible speaker. So yeah, that was all fun. To sign off this Scottish Summit, we actually had an announcement from the two founders of Scottish Summit, Ian and Mark, and I'm going to let their video play in full.
It's been an interesting year and a half in planning. Feels like fun, feels like a long one, and so much has happened, so much has changed with all of us. The community's grown. Look at what you've done, look at what you have achieved yourself, and look at what the whole event has achieved. We couldn't do that without the organisers and the rest of the volunteers, and obviously you all for coming and making it the event that it is.
And that's not just this year, that's what we've been doing this for 5 years now. And that's everyone from if you've helped at an event, spoke at an event, told somebody about an event, slagged their event off. It's all publicity. So
it's all good, and it's all value feedback one way or another, and the event would never have grown, we'd never got to Aberdeen P&J, so I really just want to thank you all for coming. It really does mean a lot. I'm sorry I couldn't have been here this weekend. I've just got some family commitments, and that's kind of where I am with this, to be honest, as well. For me, I've just got so much going on that this really is my last year. I know I kind of said it before, but officially this has to be the last year that we are doing this, or I'm doing it certainly anyway.
Yeah, well, we'll just follow on the fact, both of us are. This is our last year. Everything, like, if you look at where we were 5 years ago, everything in our lives has changed. Families have increased. Everything has changed, so it's all different. And like Proximo is going really well at the moment. We feel that we as people have kind of taken it as far as we can. We've enjoyed the ride, sometimes not enjoyed the ride, but it's now time to kind of pass Scottish Summit on to other people. So I think we just say thank you again, and hopefully if this all works, you should have a slide popping up with an announcement for the next event.
And while that's on screen, give yourself and everybody a round of applause. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great.
I can send it to you guys to give them all a round of applause, and I can send it to them, and hopefully they'll cherish what they've done for the last few years.
And while Matt's sorting his phone out as well, I think it's fair to say that there would be no Scottish Summit without the two of them. You know, this is something that they've created and built up and turned it into this event that we all love. And you know, they've just been such fantastic community leaders in Scotland. I mean, how many people in this room have had mentorship from one of them, or support, or help with questions? And even apart from the visible stuff with the event, you know, they're just awesome people who are always helpful, and they do so much stuff mostly helpful. they do so much stuff in the background to help people on an individual basis as well that a lot of people aren't aware of. So yeah, just a huge thank you from me.
Hello Mark, hello Ian. It's me and
Hi.
Zoe. We just want to make a promise that we will look after it, and there's a few other people that want to say thank you as well. And with that, after a long 2 days, we'll leave that on the screen if you want to take pictures and put it in your diaries, and hopefully we'll see you there, and thank you very much for coming.
So, went back to the hotel, dropped the bags, freshened up. I have a sparkly suit on under here, and we are heading to the pub quiz. Should be a fun night. Pub quiz and community awards. So I think community awards first, and then we have the pub quiz afterwards. So, our team dress code is sparkles, so we'll be the shiny ones in there. Let's go.
Here are the community awards. So these awards were selected by a panel. The nominees, I think, were nominated by the community, and then the panel selected the finalists and the winners. Lots of very deserving people in our community, lots of user groups, lots of people that vlog, make videos, make tutorials, lots of people that are doing loads of different things, and this is a fantastic way to celebrate these people and to let them know that their contributions really are making a difference. So it's great that all these people won awards. Obviously, awards aren't everything, but it's always nice to be recognised by your peers. So this is the awards. Everyone got a little trophy, a little award. Here's Joe getting his award. Very deserved winner there. But yeah, I wanted to include all of the winners in this video. So even like this one, I think Peter was at the event. They can at least see their name and lights and see them on stage. This community is really special. I don't know of any other community that kind of does things like drag shows and raises so much money for charity, as well as celebrating the accomplishments that we all do. So here's Rex, another very deserving winner as well. Sorry, slight spoiler there. But no, this is a great evening and a great thing to be done. After the community awards, it was time for the pub quiz. Pub quiz again has become quite a staple in our Microsoft community. We do them at South Coast Summit, we do them at Scottish Summit, and we also do them at some other places along the way as well. any excuse to wear red sparkly jackets or red sparkly dresses as well. So this year was no different. We did another pub quiz, and you can't have a pub quiz without teams, so they introduced the teams, and then the main event, the man himself, our quiz master, which was Mr. Andrew Bibby, as it always is. So here he comes into the room with his red sparkly jacket, complete with kilt as well. So yeah, this was loads of fun. So the quizmaster is always right. Whether or not he is right is a different question, but you know that's the rules. So we had a lot of fun. Unfortunately, our team did not win, but it was loads of fun. So I think the winning team was the Sparkly Space Invaders or something, or the Space something. So yeah, they had lots of fun, and this was another great evening had by all, complete with trophies as well.
So I am back at the hotel. We had a really great evening. There was the community awards, that was great. Lots of really great people got their community awards, very well deserved winners. We did not win the quiz, which is a shame, but we all had fun while we did it. So it was a fun night. It was a great last night to catch up with friends that I've not seen in a year or two, and you know, hug people and just you know, chat. So it was great. I'm very tired. My flight is at 7 a.m. tomorrow, which means I have to get up at probably about 4:30 to meet down in the lobby for 5, and then yeah, we're gonna head to the airport and fly home. So this has been fun, but I am looking forward to seeing my family again. Morning. It's a travel day now. About 5 a.m. Heading downstairs to meet my colleagues, heading to the airport to get the flight home. I'm looking forward to my own bed. Looking forward to seeing my family. Let's go. Boarding our private jet for the flight home. On the flight. I haven't in room 2 either, and there's Matt. So yeah, it's good. So yeah, you can't see out the window-ish, but it's there. So hopefully we're taking off in a few minutes.
This was the end of the trip. We were a little worried about getting back from Scottish Summit because there were high winds and they were already advising people that maybe you won't be able to fly on this day and to maybe look at alternate arrangements or moving your flight to another time. We got to the airport early and we thought that would be okay, and we saw that the plane was delayed an hour. When we saw it was delayed an hour, we started thinking that maybe the planes couldn't land because the winds were too high and things like that. We got on board, and no word of a lie, the pilot came on and said, sorry we were delayed. He was the backup pilot because the regular pilot hit a badger. On the flight, I got free snacks, so I got a Walker's shortbread and a caramel Tunnocks bar and some water in a little cup. So that was very nice. But the rest of the flight was all good. It was a little rocky, probably some of the worst turbulence I've kind of had, but it was a small little jet plane, so nothing out of the ordinary with that one, and there were extremely high winds that weekend. I was very glad to get back home after the few days away. I was running a taxi home. luckily, Matt Beard very kindly offered me a lift home with him, his family, because he lives not too far from me. So that was it. That was Scottish Summit 2024. And I may do another one of these videos in Scottish Summit 2026, but we'll see how we get on. But until then, I'll let the video outro play.
Landed it on Strathmore. This is the end.